How's that look?
I think that looks great. Via Creek started a live video. Now we're on the right one. Hi everybody, sorry for turning in late. We had a technical difficulty. Bear with me, we'll turn the tunes down. All right. Flies are driving us crazy. Henri Cherry's in the house. Hi Henry, how are you?
I'm great, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. Welcome to the show, Kit and Clan. Beautiful day here at the Maha Estate. I think Joanne couldn't join us. She's under the gun for something. So we were going to start off with a little gin and tonic to, cheers, to start our happy half hour. Why a gin and tonic? I don't know, why not? My sister drinks a lot of gin and tonics, and I really got switched on to gin and tonics on a trip to Budapest. And Kendra Gillette was the one that got us hooked on that. And then whenever we're in Europe, we seem to drink gin and tonics. So it's a good, refreshing drink. My gin of choice these days is Plymouth, which is an old school gin that my dad used to drink. It was imported back in the 40s and then fell off the map and then came back on. How about you, Henry? What do you like in a gin and tonic?
I don't like tonic in my gin and tonics. I'm more of a gin and soda guy.
I like that. Why, a little sweet?
Yeah, I don't like the sugar. I tend to avoid sugar because it makes the next morning a little easier. As far as gins, I think the best one I've had came from Barrel Works up in Sebastopol, but that's because it was...
Spirit Works.
Spirit Works.
Yeah, that's a great domestic gin. Barrel Works is a brewery here.
Spirit Works up in Sebastopol, and it was a barrel gin, so it was a little smoother. So you could drink it straight if you wanted to. I think that's the.
Is that the way of the gaucho? Just drink it straight?
No. That was the first shot of gin I've done since high school, and this time it didn't feel like sandpaper.
Oh my gosh. Well,
you can see our lavender sprigs are indicative of the amount of hair on our heads.
Yes. I'm drinking with rosemary, Henry. What are you drinking with?
Oh, I'm also drinking with rosemary.
Now, speaking of hair, what's on your face?
This is Ralph.
Where did you find Ralph? In Venice?
No, Manhattan Beach. Just kind of jumped on me. It's been hanging out.
Kit doesn't like the tonic. It gives him an ab. Come on, Kit. They're not abs. For you, it's an ab.
Singular.
Easy. Ha ha ha. So, I think we'll probably put this down before we get into the wines today.
I've heard it's best to do hard alcohol before wine. It really cleanses the palate.
It does. It really... Yeah, it really kind of cleans things up and you can have a very precise palate. That's what I think some of the top wine critics in the world do. They drink margaritas and then they go taste wine all night.
Speaking of margaritas, we made some the other night and couldn't help but tell my clan of the infamous Via Creek margarita, which I heard was at its time one of the best in Paso. Never got to try one.
We're drinking Plymouth, Durham. We also like the Hendricks. The Hendricks is good. And then Henry's, there's a Spirit Works up in Sebastopol makes a really great domestic gin. But I think gin started, like most alcohols, as a medicinal. So,
Michael Boley in the house.
The creature that we are, the culture, the creature, if a little bit's good, more must be better, right? I don't know. Michael Boley, my brother Michael Boley.
Twin.
My twin. I have a white hat for you, Michael. Camille Cherry likes the wormwood. Hendricks, of course she does. That does things to the mind. Well, I'm going to set the gin and tonic aside.
I have one more swig.
Okay. And we're going to start off with today's wines, which I think are spectacular. We'll start off with the 17 Avenger, Syrah based. Started it all in 2001. We don't like to talk scores, but 96 points, 95 points, and I think a good solid 83 from another publication. But like art, it's purely subjective. Darker fruit profile, pretty yummy. Maybe
I can't taste anything yet. I still am coated with gin.
Oh, come on, Henry. I get nuance of rosemary and lemon,
Wormwood,
juniper.
Orange, a little bit of lemon.
Yeah.
Did you get tonic in yours?
I got a bit of quinine. Not tonic, quinine.
There's an elderberries in gin, is it? It's juniper.
It's juniper, yeah.
Elderberries used for anything? I wish I could say that word.
Elderberry. Elderberry is usually a bit on the sweet side. Who knows out there what elderberry's used for? They make a pretty good champagne cocktail with it. Really? Berry Gibb. I don't see Berry Gibb. I don't know. Maybe it's the hairline. Obviously, you don't have my hairline. You do have your... No, I think you're all right. People rolling. Things are just
from Vista, California.
Who was that? Sherry Trotter. Things go through so quickly.
Crowbar used elderberry in their pink gin. Interesting.
Nice.
Elderberry mead. Wow, Trevor Friedman. One of the funniest live stream individuals I've ever met. The guy is just filled with bits.
Bits? Kibbles and bits?
It's the craziest thing you've seen someone do while tasting wine in a restaurant.
Oh, what is the craziest thing?
I've seen someone fall asleep at a restaurant drinking wine.
The craziest thing I think I've ever seen while drinking wine was a good friend of ours' wife absolutely flipped out, ran through the dining room at Via Creek Restaurant, shouting profanities at her husband, and then swung the door open and ran right into a police officer and fell on her ass. That was not a good one.
Yes, Taylor, it was Crispy who fell asleep.
Oh, I don't fall asleep at the table. So Avenger's a dark profile, yummy. It's a little warm today for it, but it is a delicious wine. I think it sees its sweet spot in primary flavors for a few years, and then secondary component comes on about 4 to 7 years in.
I just needed some background. Can't just listen to myself speak.
Right.
It's like King's Speech. I need the earmuff so I don't stutter.
Well, why don't we, let's transition to the high road.
Yep.
I mean the high road. High road. All James Berry Vineyard fruit. Best barrels off the property in a given vintage. We've been working with the same rows and blocks at James Berry since 2002, and I am looking for. Hold on. Chris McElroy, you in the Chris McElroy just bought me a glass of High Road in the rain. Where's Chris McElroy? Come on, I don't see him. That's a true gentleman.
And a scholar, I would say.
And a scholar. Kit, what do you prefer, the 16 or the 17 High Road? Next door. So 17 High Road is definitely rich and generous. It's got great texture,
Great texture.
darker profile.
I would honestly give it a lighter profile.
Over the Avenger.
Oh, just previous vintages of High Road. Is this the first one where it's been predominantly Grenache?
Good question. In the earlier years, it was Grenache based because we had more Grenache for a while, and then Justin gave me an additional acre of Syrah, so it was Syrah based for a bit. And in the last few years, Justin has replanted that 1 acre of Grenache that he gave me to some rootstock, and he's grafted over to Syrah that he will be keeping. Dick. No. We were fortunate enough to get the James Berry fruit, and so is everybody else. But one day he'll be playing with all of it, and it'll be. He does. I think Justin does probably the second best with the James Berry Vineyard fruit. I'm just saying. I mean, it's how it is. What's going on down in Los Angeles, Hen?
You know, things are quiet. We just got the beaches back. Not all of them, just the ocean. Pretty nice. Water's warm. Smells like algae.
You were talking about some bioluminescence?
Yeah, we've had the longest stint of bioluminescence I've ever seen. Whenever we get it in Santa Barbara, I feel like it would only be there for a couple of days, but I think it's going on like its 4th week or something.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's impressive. It's really cool to see if you've never seen it. If you're in LA, drive down to the beach. It's pretty cool. You don't even have to go in the water to get a full glimpse of it. Sometimes if the tide's been receding, the sand will be glowing, so you'll take a step and you'll kick sand and it'll light up. According to one Marielena Lauren Herbst Cortina, the glowing is a reaction from the dinoflagellates, I believe they're called.
So the dinos have flagellants?
The dinos have flatulence. They're a type of plankton, and they glow when they're being disturbed or attacked or are stressed out, because I guess under normal circumstances it would be a predator that was attacking them, and then the glowing will light up, obviously, and then attract a bigger predator that's too big to eat the plankton, but just the right size to eat whatever's eating the plankton. So it's kind of an interesting evolutionary trait to have, I think.
Look, we got 2 gauchos that just joined. Drew Pion and the Viking Erickson.
Wow. 2 pretty good golfers, too.
Yeah. You should see Drew's putter rise. Oh, excuse me. Was that out of line?
I don't understand the joke.
I forgot what I was going to say now. Oh, Joanne asked me, what's my shirt say? My shirt says, Jolie Laid. This is...
C'est la mort.
C'est la muerte. Makes you die, I think, right?
Is the death, I believe.
Is the death. So this is Scott Schultz's brand up in Sonoma County. He's a good buddy of ours, making some really great wines. Henry worked with Scott and Pax and Jamie and Mel and Carlo. Who else am I missing? Up
Martha.
there? Martha Strummer.
Mike Lucia.
Mike Lucia. If you don't know Mike Lucia, you should.
Funny guy.
Haha and peculiar.
Yeah, I was balls deep in all those wines.
Yeah, you should. Wow.
What?
Did you hear that? I hope not. Barry. Hello, Barry. Hello, Barry. Dance to the Hoppy Lads. Oh, wow. I love this. I was just listening to this.
The song?
Yeah.
Yeah, I sent this.
I know. For those of you that do tune into our playlists on Spotify, on Maha Wines, check out this week's playlist. Henry just put it together. Who is this, Crazy P?
It's actually not Crazy P. It's Crazy Penis.
This is Crazy
But
Penis.
I've always wondered if Crazy P evolved out of Crazy Penis because they realized it was a little less marketable of a name because it's a very similar sound to Crazy P for those who are familiar.
And I think penis starts with a P.
It does. Last I checked.
Ah.
There may be a silent J.
I think your mother's trying to say that you may have sat in some gum.
No, but these shorts are pretty short, aren't they?
Oh, I remember when Barry worked in the tasting room. You'd walk in on any given day, and it would be like Janis Joplin and Jim Croce.
He's a big John Mayer guy.
John Mayer, but it was not quite that up. Is the Dicker. The Dicker's in the house. Jeremy Dicker, cheers to you. Are you drinking tequila today? Wine or gin and tonic?
Well, it looks like you just commented on the Instagram.
Oh my God.
That's crazy.
I've got it implanted into my head.
Oh.
Cheers to you. Okay, we're about halfway in. I think, what are we going to chat about today? I think we had a rosé contest going.
Correct. I know the winners. Only me.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to announce the winners?
I got all three.
Okay, why don't we do that? We're going to, I'm not sure what you get. You might get a bottle of rosé.
I think you get 3.
You get 3 bottles, so 3 people
winner.
get 3 bottles of rosé. Thank you so much for playing and having a good time with us.
My mom just used the R word.
R word.
We don't need to. So, you want to get me a drum roll? I apologize if I butcher your Instagram handles, but as we all know, they aren't always, mosquito.
Yo.
The easiest to pronounce. 3 bottles each, according to my sister. So, the first winner is Sabina Galt. Gault. Is she tuned in right now?
Sabina in the house? All right. Sabina will be reaching out and getting you some 3 bottles of rosé. Thanks
Well
for
done.
playing. Winner number 2.
I know this person.
Oh.
It is my friend, Jam Burke. Jamie Burks. Congratulations.
Oh, nice.
Enjoy your 3 bottles of rosé. I don't know if you're still in, I think you were in New York, or if you're in California, but somehow we'll get you some wine.
You do not have to be present to win, but you do have to be present all the time. It's always a good thing. Be present. Live in the moment.
Thank you, Madam Rosemary. I forgot we were doing the thing. This was just a clean shirt, but I appreciate the comment. The final winner, Katawia. That's 4 I's and 2 A's.
4 I's, 2 A's.
Katawia.
Nice.
Don't know her. Probably a cool cat.
Cool
See what I did
cata.
there? See what I did there?
That's what I thought. It was a cool cata. Oh. D.
Oh, it's Mari's coworker, Catalina. Congrats.
Nice.
She just got a new puppy, from what I understand.
Really?
Yeah. Don't give it wine.
What kind of puppy is it? Siamese?
Nope. It was something Australian? Or maybe, no. Catahoula? Or is that just wordplay?
Who can
And
tell
what are you
me?
wearing?
Who can tell me what the Catahoula is? The Catahoula is from
Kingdom.
what state? Easy, it. What?
I would say
It is
somewhere in the south.
That's correct. The Catahoula is the state dog of Louisiana. I'm pretty sure. Louisiana.
Wow, Barry Peel in Kentucky. What an idiot.
Those hepplers.
We got some smart.
Those hepplers are learned.
There.
Yep, look at them. They're coming. Oh, she's here. Catawina.
Kat, you won. I'm sure Mari texted you.
Weena.
Well done. Celebrate with your puppy.
Yes.
Rosé all day. We don't condone that phrase.
All day, all night, all day, all night. Rinse and reapply. I think we picked up a handful of new followers, which was kind of nice. I don't know what we have. I wasn't informed on what we're going to have for today's trivia question.
We could use the one, I don't think you guys used it last week, but the one I came up with but texted my mom too late, which is on the topic of dogs.
Okay, so what will the prize be?
Do we have any 14 Garnacha left? That's always been a favorite of mine.
We could do a bottle of 14 Garnachas. So this is for a bottle of 14.
Or maybe it should be a white, because the trivia has to do with white dogs.
We'll let you choose. How about a bottle of Fiano?
I wish I could enter.
And a bottle of Garnacha.
Ooh.
2 bottles. This is a tough one. You've got to be really in the know on this. Henry?
So, let me just make sure my math is correct real quick.
Yep.
Correct answer. Okay. So, this week's trivia question is...
My math.
Trying to figure out the best way to phrase it.
So, we have the 3 white dogs here. We have
That's
Berta
already...
and Braun. And we have Obi, and he's... Go ahead.
So we have these white dogs on our property, and the trivia question is, what is the maximum amount of white dogs we've had on our property at one time? At the same point in time, what's the most amount of white dogs we've had on our property? If that makes sense.
Does that
in
make
one
sense?
point in time.
That could be at any given point in time. How many
Laura
white
Hartness,
dogs?
Wrong.
Laura Hartness. What an idiot. Oh!
Close.
Kyle Erickson is swinging for the fences. Nope.
Haven't seen it yet.
Haven't seen it yet. You're close.
Haven't
Somewhere
seen it yet.
between...
Wow. Hi, Clay.
Take it higher.
Up.
Oh! Come on.
Thank you, Mari. Concurrently is what I meant. Wow, 15. That would...
Taylor Burks. Taylor Burks in the house.
With the win.
Berta had 8 puppies, and Uncle Braun was in the house.
Unfortunately, only 7 of those puppies survived. We had to put down one of the small females. I believe she had a birth defect of some sort, but
Yeah.
you know, she's always in our in our hearts. So the correct answer is 10. We had 2 adults and 8 puppies on property at one time, and let me just double check the math.
At 2 plus 8 is 12.
Yeah,
10.
10.
Thank you, Carol.
Wow, Taylor had the advantage. He did have to babysit. Oh well.
All right.
What time is it?
It's Gin and Tonic
6 minutes.
time.
Gin and Tonic.
Wow. Let's try the Hendrix this time. A little ice, please. How about any of you guys have any questions with regards to High Road or Avenger or Gin and Tonics? Who are some of your favorite gins for your Gin and Tonics? Oh, did you see that? That lizard just chorfed down an oak borer beetle. He jumped 6 inches in the air.
That's control.
You should see this place. It's like Jurassic Park. And
What's-
not the Jurassic Park that you're used to, Kit. Has anybody seen the Jurassic Park clip
Nope.
floating around the video?
That's enough.
I'm
here to censor you.
Clay McCarthy. Clay Basket. A.K.A. Fuzzy Wuzzy.
Don't know. Maybe I do.
You do.
Hi, Clay.
Thank you so much.
Of course. We've got the soothing tones of Mac Miller going on in the background. May he rest in peace. Talented individual.
All right.
What else we got going on here? Whoops. Citadel. Versus That's me.
Oh my word.
For anyone who's spent an evening with Cris Cherry, you know he's not always
handleable.
incredibly politically correct. We try to keep him in line.
Oh well. Okay, well, let's see what's going on here at the Maha. We're pretty excited. We just we had a crew in today, and yesterday they grafted over a total of about an acre and a half. We grafted over the remaining amount of Graciano. Yeah, nice. To some Roussan. So we'll have a half acre of Roussan and an acre of Claret here, which I think is going to make a pretty badass estate white. And then we took an acre of Carignan over by the house and grafted it over to a Massal selection of Syrah. So someone asked, what's a Massal selection? Hey, Kyle Erickson, what's a Massal selection? No, never mind, I'll tell you. So Massal is basically multiple clonal selections planted within a block. So here in the U.S., we have a tendency to plant one clone in a block. In Europe, in France, and Spain, they'll take the best plants and they'll propagate them over time, and then they'll plant them throughout the vineyard. So I think what I like about a Massal selection is it makes a unique site even that more unique. Does anybody know how you catch a unique rabbit? Anybody? Unique up on him. Why graft the Carignan? Well, we've got 2 acres of Carignan here. We love it. We're really just looking with the Carignan along with the Grenache and the Petit Syrah give us plenty of acid here. So what we're looking to do is find some grapes that are a little more lower acid ripeners. So I think the Syrah will be a nice addition. Carignan is also pretty vigorous, so this 1 acre will give us anywhere between 2 and 4 tons in a vintage, and that should give us what we need. 06 Maste Maha.
I don't think I've ever tried that wine.
We might have to have that for dinner.
Time. Anybody have any good dad jokes out there to go up against the Neek up on him?
Stemware. We want to give a shout out to our good friends Simon and Ginger at Sophienwald. Hand-blown Austrian stemware. Really a fantastic shape. You start drinking out of these and you don't want to drink out of anything else. Just fantastic. You can find them at theperfect.glass.com and check them out. They're not inexpensive, but they are phenomenal. And
why did the toilet paper cross the room?
I don't know why. I don't know why they did. Joanne Cherry asked why we don't have a microwave. Thank you, Joanne, for prompting me as we're drinking gin and tonic. So, my mom had a friend who was a Superior Court judge in Riverside, whose name escapes me. He was a very interesting man. And he said, you know, I don't have a microwave. And I was younger, and I'm like, well, why don't you have a microwave? And he's like, because it cuts down on the cocktail hour. And that resonated with me, because there's nothing like coming home after a day of hard work and having a glass of wine, just relaxing before you start cooking dinner and getting the evening going. So the reason we don't have a microwave oven is because it cuts down on the cocktail hour, along with the various, we don't really do anything easy here.
True.
Nothing worthwhile is easy. Ooh. Well, looks like we're kind of wrapping things up. We're up on the 5:30 hour.
Maybe it's the...
For those of you that are still looking for something to do whilst in front of your computer, just happening right now on the Graham Live is Chad Melville. Chad is a winemaker, farmer, and owner of Melville Winery, and he also helps out a good friend of his, Alicia Moore, also known as Pink. She makes some fantastic wines off of her organic property in Happy Canyon. So we're going to...
Where exactly is Happy Canyon?
Happy Canyon's down in Santa Barbara County. Kind of off the 154 this side of Lake Cachuma. So it's a little bit warmer part of Santa Barbara County. They do a fair amount of Bordeaux varieties, a lot of Cab Franc.
Like Hitching Post adjacent?
No, more like between the lake and the airport.
Oh, okay.
Santa Ynez Airport. So we're gonna wrap things up here. Henry and I are gonna put our feet up and enjoy the rest of our gin and tonic. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening to us banter. We know these are interesting times. We continue to proceed ahead and be strong. It's important to be safe. You know, we are in this together. If you've got a mask, wear it. It's not bullshit. It's just something that needs to be done. It's an inconvenience, but it's the way of the world at the moment. So that being said, let's raise a glass to the weekend. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you next week on the Happy Hap Hour. That just happened.
Is this like a news show where we pretend to read our papers out loud? They cut the sound.
Maybe. I think what we do now is
Turn up the music somewhere else.
sorry.
Oh, that's a great song.
See ya.